Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Part of the reason I'm doing this channel is because we're missionaries. We're overseas. You know, it's not like a lot of you just live down the road from us and can come and see what our life is like and come into our home and just see what happens. And so, yeah, that's one of the reasons that's the main reason actually that we have this channel and that I post videos on a semi-regular basis. And so the thing I wanted to share with you today is voila, too big. We have no water. So we live in the city, and the city we live in runs on hydropower. And so anytime that there's a water shortage, they'll turn off the water to save it, or if there is something that needs fixed, they'll turn off the water to save it. So I guess the one thing that I'm grateful for is that our water and our electricity are on two different things. It's not like they run on the same thing. So we still have electricity, which is so good, so grateful, because it's hot. But yeah, we don't have water. I think they're working on something. We've had rain and things, so we're not going through a drought. And so yeah, it's supposed to be off for like 24 hours though. And the year that Thomas was born, we had the water off a lot. And so we had brownouts and the water was off and he did not breastfeed, so we're washing bottles all the time. And I would leave the water on so that I would know when it came back on. And so if I heard it come back on at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I'd get up at 2 o'clock in the morning and wash out bottles so that when you know, the water went off again, I'd have clean bottles, or if Thomas was hungry, you know, he would get fed. And so, yeah, there's just, I'm so grateful though. He's 3 years old, he's almost 4, and we haven't had anything as extreme as it was the year that he was born. And so every once in a while is not bad, but 24 hours is kind of hard, because it's like, 24 hours with water, without water, like if you want to shower, you know, if you don't have your water bottles filled, thankfully got my water bottle nice and full. It's little things, and then you start to think, well, I'm not gonna be able to do dishes, and you know, you try to save money and like cook at home and things, but I'm not the best at washing dishes without running water. You know, like I know in the old days they used to like fill a basin and just throw the dishes in and things, but our sink doesn't have a plug, so it's not like I can just fill the sink. And so it's just, things are done a little bit differently. And so actually I can take you around to our sink and show you what it looks like, and you'll see just like, wow, that would be a challenge. Hold on, let me turn on the light. Whew. There we go. You'll see how this would be a challenge to not have running water. So here's our sink. It's literally like a hole cut out in the counter. I guess we could put some type of plug and fill it, but people just don't do that here. It's very common to use this pasty soap, but we still prefer to use the liquid soap. So yeah, and since the water is turned off, this is what it looks like in our fridge. Like, we knew it was coming, which is so grateful for that. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 things of water, 1 thing of tea, 1 thing of lemonade. My big cup is full of water. Thomas has some multiple cups that have water in them and things. So sorry. Yeah, thankfully we're prepared, but it's just still one of those things. It's like, the water's off, you know, and And I don't know why exactly, but every time the water is turned off, I kind of just start to feel gross. It's just the thought of, oh, I can't take a shower, with running water. Oh, they're working on something outside. I can't take a shower right now, with running water. So like, you just, I guess, kind of start to feel yucky. And yeah, it's just, anyways, that's what we're dealing with right now. We don't have water, and if you want to learn how to say that in Cebuano, it's wala, which means none or no water. So wala, too big. Too big is water. So yeah, we don't have water. It's hot here. It's summer all year around, and so that's what we're dealing with right now. Fortunately, Thomas is at school. Hopefully they have some way of having water at his school. The school we teach at has water tanks, so they can handle the situation a little bit better. But yeah, when things happen like this, we'll probably eat out a little bit more than we like to, but it's easier to just deal with the situation, and yeah, you deal with what comes your way. And it's a great reminder to remember. That's really loud. Hold on, let me close the door. See if that makes a difference. I have the door open to try to make things cooler. A little bit, I guess. But anyways, when you don't have water or you don't have electricity, it's a great reminder to be thankful for what you do have. We do normally have running water. We do normally have electricity. But there are those that don't. For example, we have a family that comes and helps us out with things. They come and watch Thomas. They help us keep the house clean. They do different things to make it easier and possible for us to do the missions work that we do. And so anyway, that family does not have running water. They buy jugs of water every month, and that's the water that they use. That's the water that they have. And so I try not to complain around them about having to take a bucket shower, but I'll show you what that looks like. Because yeah, that's their everyday, but it's not my norm. It's not, hold on, let me set this down. It's not what I'm used to. So, but I'll show you. So when we don't have water, we have a bucket. You can see that. We have 2 buckets. And those buckets have dippers. And we take the dipper. Oh, I guess the dippers are on the wall. I'll show you what those look like. We take the dipper and fill it up, and then you can pour it over your head and wash your body and wash your hair and all that stuff. But we were talking about at lunch how with bucket showers, you just don't feel like you get clean. And I mean, unless you're really, really good at it and that's just what you're used to on a normal daily basis, yeah, a lot of times it's hard to feel like you're clean, and it's hard to get the soap out of your hair and feel like you've rinsed off everything, because here it's dusty. Not all the roads are completely paved or whatever. It's not what you would see in the States. And so it's a lot more, I guess, kind of dirty environment in some ways. And so you feel like you need to take a shower, you know, it gets hot and you're dirty, and so you just, yeah, you feel like you need to take a shower. And when we don't have water, I feel like, oh, I need to take a shower even more. And so hopefully the water will not be off as long as they're saying it will be. I think it went off later today than what they had originally said. I think they said it would go off at 9, and I don't think it went off until sometime around 1 o'clock or so. So hopefully it won't be off as long. Hopefully they'll be able to fix whatever they're fixing, and we'll be able to move on. So yeah, it's a great reminder to be thankful for what you have, and I guess that's a great reminder with Thanksgiving coming up. So we're thankful for the times that we have running water, and when we don't have running water, we're just thankful that we have water to wash with, and we have clean and sterile water that we can drink, and clean and sterile water that we can wash with, and that kind of thing. So yeah, so today's video's been all about not having water, and I hope that this is a good reminder for you to be grateful the next time you take a shower, the next time you wash your dishes, that you've got water coming out of your faucet. So have a great day. God bless.